Good morning, lovely people. How are you doing? I am Joanna and welcome to my morning instant body booster. It's Wednesday and I hope you are really, really well today. So my morning instant body booster is quick, simple, posture enhancing stretch mobility exercises to help start your day a bit brighter so that you use your muscles in the right way. I'm a sports scientist and I'm also the creator and founder of WalkActive. And today I've got a special WalkActive warm-up. Several reasons. Partly it's our Wednesday and I always do a WalkActive Wednesday challenge to do a virtual 1, 3 or 5k distance of your choice using the WalkActive technique. But also here in the UK, the government have encouraged us to go back to work and to walk if you possibly can. So I thought this was actually a really good opportunity to give you an opportunity for a warm-up that's going to enhance and improve your walking, whether you are doing it for recreational purposes or you're actually going back to work. So as you come on in, have a quick cup of coffee because I like to have a quick chat with you before we get going and say who you are, where you're from. Good morning, Marita. How are you doing? Good morning, Natasha. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Alison. Good morning, Sophie. Who have we got? Angelique. Good morning, good morning. So how are you doing today? Are you okay? I hope you're really well. It's a bit grey with me, but it's still quite warm and I hope you have a little bit of sun in your heart as well. So let me just share with you why it's important to maybe consider doing a warm-up before you go to do your WalkActive or go out for a walk if you try and get a little bit of pace as well. There are actually 4 common mistakes that many of us make when we actually put one foot in front of ourselves to go for a walk. And basically, the first mistake is that we tend to have tight hip flexors here and we walk into our space rather than actually using all the muscles at the back of the body. And one of the reasons why that is lifestyle, spending time in a chair, also a little bit of the aging process, means that when we actually go to put one foot in front of the other, we don't necessarily use the right muscles in the right way at the right time. So we're not doing it as effectively as we can. So that's the first common mistake we tend to have, tight hip flexors, which means we step into the space. And that can generate itself maybe a little bit lower back discomfort when we're walking. The second mistake that people often make is that when we walk, we tend to have quite a passive foot. So the foot's coming down as one unit rather than actually using all that amazing mobility we have in the foot. And when we walk with a passive foot, this can have implications on the tracking from the foot going into the knee into the hip, which manifests itself maybe on a little bit of knee discomfort or knee pain. So that's a second common mistake. The third common mistake relates to the head. Many of us, because we like reading books, looking at computer screens, in a caring profession, we can be in this position quite a lot. And this means we become tight across the chest and we become restricted in our upper back mobility. So when we're walking, the head tends to be in a sort of jutted position, and that negates on the spine's ability to have this lovely rotational quality, which is important for using our core muscles and also to allow us to have good mobility in the upper body. So when we have this head jut position and we're stiff in the arms, it means the spine becomes very stiff, and that in turn can create a little bit of discomfort in the shoulders and really not mean that we're using the right muscles in the right way at the right time. So WalkActive is all about applying sports science to the most foundation of all our movement patterns, which is walking, so that we can do it better and use the right muscles in the right way. So this warm-up is just a really great way to sort of open up maybe those parts of the body that we may not necessarily think about. It's quick and easy, and you can use it if you want, if you're doing your walk to work today, or you're actually going to go out and do your WalkActive challenge. So lovely people, let me know if any of those common walking mistakes resonate with you, okay? And that is what I'd like us to do today. So I'll have a quick slab of coffee. What do you need? This is what you need. You need basically just have a bit of open space because you're just going to move your body a bit. And you can either have a chair or you can have a sideboard. So I'm going to use my sideboard, but other than that, it's just you and your body. If you want to do this with shoes on, you can. I'm actually going to do it on barefoot because I quite like to see how my foot relates with my whole movement pattern, okay? So if you would like to know more about that, I also have my Get Started with WalkActive program. It's a totally free 10-day program. It starts this Friday and you can join it through my Facebook page. Just click on the group and answer the 3 questions. Educational videos, personal video feedback from myself, and daily tasks. So it's a really progressive, positive, user-friendly program to really help you get more out of your walking, whether you are commuting to work, recreational walker, or you're just really enjoying walking for health, whatever it is. It can be a very positive situation. So I'd love to share my experience with you with that. Okay, so lovely people. Good morning, Bex Riley. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Caroline. Good morning, Izzy Henderson. I think you're in Saudi. Wow, hey. Lovely to have you. Anyway, shall we get going? Take your clothes off if you need to. Okay, I'm just going to take this off. And let's start by just having a good postural position. So this is just a really simple pre-WalkActive warm-up, okay? So just spread your feet, lovely people. Knees may be a little bit soft. And just, if you can, just feel how your toes can spread on the floor if you've got bare feet. And then from here, take a nice deep breath in. Really feel how you gather up through the body. And just do a little bit of lengthening through one side and then the other. Come to that point of stillness. Breathe in, stretch up tall. And then just do nice floppy arms as you release it all down. So you want to be loose in the shoulder girdle. Let's do that again. So gather up, feel the tautness. Feel how your feet press into the ground. Gather, feel the length on either side of the body. Stretch a bit taller, reach up. And then just release it all out. Good job. Okay, now from here, we're just going to go into a little bit of a prep roll down. So hold this position here. Give me a little bit of a bend in the knees and tuck the tailbone under. So just feel here at this moment in time how you might be achieving a little bit of space here in the lower back. The lower part of the abdominal area is drawn in, but you've also got real energy through the top of your fingers, all the way up, long through this part, so we're not slumping into the waistline. Release that and take the arms wide. Do that one more time. So big reach up, stretch, feel the gather, okay? Lift up, here's your bend of the knees, so the sequence here is quite important, and then tuck that tailbone under, so you get that really nice lengthening here. Feel how there's a little bit of engagement right above the pubic bone, but at the same time, real energy through your fingertips. Stretch up tall, reach out, and then come wide. Okay, so put one foot in front of the other from here. I'll show you front ways to begin with, just a small stance. And all I want you to do is just come onto the back foot so that you're at that junction between the pad of the foot and the toe and that sort of fleshy part of your foot, and then just come back and lift up the front heel. So what we're doing here is we're just warming up the feet a little bit. The foot becomes really stiff actually, maybe through choice of footwear, or maybe just not using the mechanics of the foot correctly, and that impacts our posture, and it also affects how we actually move the body in a forward progression. So it can impact the tracking from the foot to the knee. So just warming up that foot, good, and then bring that one back, step the feet together, walk it through. Okay, let's do the same on this side. So take that one forward, quite a narrow stance, just show you sideways. So just coming forward and back. You might be a bit stiff on your feet when you begin, but just warming up the front foot as you raise the toes, and then coming through, feeling how all those muscles, all the articulations and joints, one more, good, and then come back. Now let's do that prep roll down again, and this time you're going to roll all the way down. So gather up the body, length between the ribs and the hips, stretch. Here's my bend of my knees, here's my tuck under, still energizing through the hands, and this time I'm going to roll all the way down. So my hands drift past my chin, keep distance here, and then roll all the way down nice and gently. From this position here, lovely people, just nod the head so you're nice and relaxed in the shoulder girdle. Take a deep breath in, bend the knees generously, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then heavy in the tailbone, and we're going to roll all the way up, nice and deliciously, unfolding, folding, and feel how you press into the ground and you gather up tall. Let's do that again. I'll turn sideways to show you. Reach up tall. Here's my bend. Here's my tuck under the tailbone. Real energy between the fingertips, up. Keep the distance here, and then the hands drift past your faces. Shin rolls down, so we just open up the shoulder girdle a little bit, keeping the length here. Energizing to the pelvic girdle and roll down. Generous bend to whatever feels comfortable for you, and then just nice and release. So nod yes, and then nod no. Okay. Now from here, spread your fingers a little bit, and we're just going to come up onto the toes. So again, warming and working up those feet, and then ease back. So lift up the toes. So coming through onto that point, so you're just easing and warming up all the articulations of your feet. And as you come forward, see if you can actually work the tracking from the foot going into the knee, and then come back, lifting up the toes. You may well feel a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings here. One more time, breathe here, good, and then bend the knees and roll up, nice and gently. Good job, going to do that one more time. Here we go. So here's our bend, tuck under, roll down. Each time we're doing this, we're just nourishing the articulations, just letting the body warm up. Nice and relaxed, just nod yes, nod no. Nod yes, nod no. Hands spread a little bit, so a little bit of integrity in the fingertips. Come through onto the toes, warm up those feet, lift up. And this time maybe feel a little bit more expansion at the back of the legs. Keep that breath nice and smooth. Good, one more time. Keep it there. That's great. Bend the knees, and then from here, what you're going to do is bring one hand onto your right foot. And I would like you to have the right hand on top, and you're going to trace that right hand all the way up to your left shoulder, and then ease it. So right hand is on your right shoulder. One knee will be bent and one leg is a bit straight. And you're just going to ease and open up. Think about slight rotation of the body, lifting up through the elbow to the sky. And this is a really nice way to open up that mid-back, ease a little bit into the shoulder girdle area, which can get really stiff. And that actually has an implication on our walking as well, when the head juts forward. So from there, take a deep breath in, and then come back. So all of this is about helping improve our sort of posture. Just look through the legs, get a little bit more stretch. How's that feeling today? And then bring the hands nice and gently to the other side. So you've got both hands now on the left side and the left hand's on top. Trace it up that right hand, ease it across, left hand's on that left shoulder, and then the elbow points to the sky. Just rotate the torso, whatever feels comfortable. If you're a little bit wary of your neck, lead with the torso and follow with the head. Ease and think about the distance from your hand on the floor and the elbow to the sky. Deep breath in and breathe out. And that's a really nice way to help the rotation of the spine. Okay, lovely people, heavy in the tailbone, and now we're going to roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Nice deep breath up, stretch tall, and the arms come wide. Okay, now come over here now. So you can use a sideboard or a chair or a wall, whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to make a couple of shapes. So think about good posture to begin with, distance between the ribs and the hips. From here, just take a step back, and you're going to form a triangle shape. So the bottom of the triangle is the floor. We have the perpendicular side here can be your wall or your sideboard or a chair. And you're on the diagonal from your feet all the way through up to your head. So you're going to dissect this imaginary line here. Now, just shift your weight a little bit and think about space in the ankle joints, space in the knee joints, space all the way through the hips, so you create that length, okay? From here, just come up onto your toes, so again, warming up the feet, feel that you gather the length in the body, openness in the chest, and then ease back. So a little bit more dynamically now, as you start to come through onto the toes, and then lift up the feet. So the bottom goes back, and as you come up onto the toes again, think about the tracking from the foot, going up to the knee and the hip. Good, so it can be breath in, and then a nice long deep breath out. Do that again. So feel how the body starts to warm up. A little bit more articulation through the spine, lifting up through the backs of the hips. One more time. Good. Now this time, stay here. Keep the toes up, so we want to build up that strength and that flexibility and mobility. The bottom is going to go back. So high with the bottom, keep the hips high, and then when you feel you can, ease the heels down, and maybe just adjust your feet. So the triangle shape now becomes almost like a box shape. From my hands, all the way down through my spine to my hips. Lift up that tailbone so I feel the length through this side of my body, and you may feel some opening up here in the sort of pelvis as well. Think distance between pubic bone and sternum, and also again, look at the tracking from your feet. So you're perpendicular from your foot, from your ankle to your hip, lifting up. Nice deep breath. If you feel you need to bend the knees a little bit here, please do, but lift up the tailbone. So you're trying to get openness here in the pelvis. Very important for spine health, but it will also really help with walking technique. Straighten up, deep breath, and then bend the knees, and you're just going to walk the feet in. From here, big deep breath in, stretch up tall. Good job, take the arms out, and we'll do that again. So come back to that triangle position. Find that point, get the length, come up onto your toes again, and then ease back. So you're just working through, repeating the movement. So as you do this, you're warming up the body. Deep breath in, and then breathe out. And if you sort of are driving somewhere to go for a walk, you can do this maybe leaning against a gate, on a bench, maybe your side of your car. It's a really great full body stretch. So from here, ease down, keep those heels up, ease back with those hips, press back, adjust your feet if you need to, find that square, nice, lovely box position. Relaxing the hands, there's no tension here in the shoulders, long through the spine, breathe in and breathe out. And this time we're going to progress it a bit. So can you come up onto your toes and now spin your ankles one way and bring those back down to floor. So by doing that, you're almost now a bit like a trapezium shape. There's a little bit closer on one hip to this shoulder. Nice stretch more one side, but importantly you also get a lovely stretch down the side of the leg and into the feet. Different articulations, so important to help with your foot health. And then come up onto your toes, again working through that, and then press the heels down the other side. Ease the length back. So you're lifting up that tailbone at the back, lovely opening area through the side of the body, through the hips. Breathe in and then come back to a center position, and then we're going to walk out of it. So here's our bend of our knees, gentle, tuck that tailbone under, and we're going to roll all the way up, stretch up tall, arms come wide. How are we doing, okay? So let's roll down, take a deep breath in, stretch, 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 and bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, roll all the way down, 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 down. And then from here, we're going to do 6 walks out onto a nice box position, okay? Bend the knees generously if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to bend my knees, tuck the elbows in, so a little bit of control from here. And then from here, just shift your weight from one side to the other a little bit. And what I'd like you to do is tuck your tailbone under, so you just wake up that core in this area here, and also tuck your toes under. So a little bit of a knee hover, so we just get that core area activated. Tuck the elbows in, and the knees are just going to hover for about an inch. So keep breathing for me. Press and imagine you're imprinting your heel pad away from you, okay? Breathe in, and then ease back down, untuck the toes, and sit back. Stretch the arms up. Now from here, take one hand to this knee, and you're just going to lift that leg off the floor. And what we're doing here is we're just stretching down the front of this shin area. So sometimes people can feel a little bit wary and maybe from running experiences and get pain down the front of the shin. So this is really important to stretch this area. Also over this area at the front of the foot, which often gets neglected. Ease that one down, stretch up tall, and we're going to repeat on the other side. So it's kind of having integrity with hand, ease that knee off, a little bit of stretch down that front, be open with your body, lift up, and then come back. Now we're going to repeat the knee hover, ease forward, activate that core, tuck your toes under, spin the elbows. Are you ready? Here we go. So you're pressing and imprinting heel pad away. The more mobility and fitness and strength and range of motion that you can get in your feet, it will really help protect your feet for your posture, for your trucking, for your alignment, and also reduce risks of things like plantar fasciitis. So foot health is often neglected. Now from here, guys, relax it down, tuck the toes back, and I'm going to progress it. So you can stay with the one we just did, or we can progress it further. So from here, bring your hands probably somewhere between your knees and your feet, on your knuckles, and you're just going to lift the knees up, tuck the tailbone under, tuck your chin in, and get a little bit of back mobility, and also really good stretch, okay, down the front of the shins. It's quite a strong position, so you choose this. Breathe in or breathe out. Choose the one that feels comfortable for you. Respectfully lower down, take the hands in this position, and then from here, tuck under, lift the feet off, and we're going to walk the feet into the hands. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 and 6, heavy in that tailbone, and then ease up nice and gently. Big stretch up at the top, stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring the arms down. From here, take one foot back. Just press the foot forward a little bit, so a little bit of stretch on the hip flexors. Also at the front of the feet, how's that feel? Good, come in and do the other side. Take that foot back, a little bit of a lift up. Feel the length in your body. Good, and stretch. So last one, we're going to do an open ankle drill on both sides, and then we're nearly done. How are you feeling, okay? So stand with good posture. This is my open ankle drill, which is a really great stretch exercise to really feel how the whole body works through the fascia net, so that you use all the muscles. You're going to do a big step back, so you build that awareness of what's happening in the posterior chain of your body. So nice wide stance. Check here that you are aware of what's happening with the front of the foot, but also on the heel pad. And your body is central, so you need to feel a good stretch in your calf muscle here. If you're not, in the back leg, take the feet a little bit wider, so there's an appreciation of the depth of your body. Think train track, so you just feel that. Body is open, feel that stretch. This is position number 1. Position number 2, bring your weight forward on the front, but come right up onto your ballet point. So you're in a position of a little bit of imbalance, which is quite good to wake up in the morning, but also you feel how the leg is long. From here, with that back foot, ease it back down. So this is position number 3, which we call a closed ankle. Now, just notice that the heel pad now is off the floor. So I'm just building mobility into it. The body is open, and we're going to peel through that foot, working on the mobility of the foot, so at that junction between the pad of the foot and my toes, okay? So you should be able to see big toe, middle toe, and your little toe may be off the ground or may actually be on the ground depending on the length of your little toe. But the feeling is that you have symmetry through the foot, all the way with the correct tracking from the knee coming into the hip. And from here, feel how this is having a little bit of an open. Really important to keep those hip flexors open. And the body alignment is long. Okay, feel how that is nice and long here. Take the arms up. A little bit of a stretch there. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2. Bring the arms down and just have a little pivot. Because when you have good walking to correct technique, you're going to push from the back foot to bring you in. Okay, let's repeat on the other side. So body nice and tall. Build that awareness, check that length, step back into that space. Feel where you are in this dimension. So correct tracking mid-knee point here. So you should be over the second toe. Feel a stretch in that calf muscle. And sometimes we may feel more flexibility on one side than the other. Hips are square, body is open. So that's position number 1. Position number 2, we come right up onto that big toe. You might want to have a chair here for balance because it's slightly compromised, but feel how the leg is long, that's important. Position number 3, I ease the foot back down, so I'm really building mobility in that back foot. And then, but the heel pad isn't off, so that's important. Now I come to the open ankle, so I peel off that back foot, and I'm at the position of big toe, middle toe, and little toe. Little toe may be off the floor, but the feeling of symmetry is I've got the alignment from the hips, almost like a paddle, okay, coming from the hips. The body is open, stretch on that hip flexor, slight alignment here, so we're feeling a length through the toe, the whole body is connected. Take the arms up. How are we doing, lovely people? Are we all right? And then from here, just bring them to the small of the back, lift up that chest, a little bit of rotation in the spine, good, breathe in. And then from here, just a little bit of a pivot. So you find that's your natural pivot point. Just gently, get ready, we're going to step in and step in, take a deep breath in. Good job, here we go. Well done, you are just about good to go, lovely people, with your WalkActive. So we've opened up your hip flexors, we've really stimulated the whole posterior chain, we've worked up your feet, we've worked on the posture and the alignment. Okay, so the idea of that is you can go now wherever you want to do, whether it's your walk to work, whether you're going to do your WalkActive Wednesday challenge, whatever you do in your world today, I hope you have a great day. And think about just enjoying yourself and how you move your body. Get ready, we're going to finish this session as we always do with our morning body boosters, hugging in the love. So get ready, arms are nice and wide, squeeze it in, scoop, scoop, scoop. Breathe in, big deep breath. Breathe out, let the chin come down, let the sides of your mouth maybe rise up. Nice positive thought. And breathe out. Good job. And the other side, so we create symmetry in the body. Lift up, hug it in. Nice and tall through the body, let the chin come down, really squeeze in that love. Wherever you go in your world today, I hope you're safe, I hope you're happy, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I hope you enjoy your WalkActive. And all in all, I will see you tomorrow, back live, 8:25, so here on either YouTube or Facebook. So take care, lovely people, get ready to send out your love. After 3, here we go, 1, 2, 3, whoosh, it's gone. Thank you very much, lovely people. That was my morning instant body booster for Wednesday, and we did a WalkActive Wednesday, a lovely WalkActive warm up. So I hope your body is feeling a zing, a zing, zing, really lovely and open. And if you do go out now and walk, it'd be really interesting to see how you feel, more fluid with the rotation of your spine, open up your hip, pelvis girdle, so that you're really using the correct movement pattern. Everybody and anybody can improve the quality of their walking. It's such a neglected form of exercise and activity, and that's what's really exciting about it. By using the WalkActive technique, you can really, really feel how you look and perform better through improving how you walk. Take care, lovely people. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Enjoy wherever you are. Take good care and stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.